A late change in the Ulster side. In the front row, Declan Moore has come straight in. Alan O'Connor, the skipper, and Sam Carter in the second row. And Duane Vermeulen plays his 7th consecutive game. Same halfbacks, and with the return and a welcome return from injury of Stuart McCloskey, that's a plus. And Rob Baloucoune and Michael Lowry released from Ireland. A couple of internationals on the bench. Eric O'Sullivan drafted in, and Nick Timoney. And here comes Alan O'Connor leading Ulster for the 14th time. So plenty of experience in that particular aspect of his game, and what a great player he's been for Ulster since he arrived from Leinster some years ago. A man from Skerries. Eleven changes by Andy Friend, 7 in the forwards. Dennis Buckley's back after a knee injury. Niall Murray and Oisin Dowling in the second row, and Kieran Prendergast and Conor Oliver join Jared Butler in the back row. Conor Fitzgerald starts at 10. Tom Daly back in the centre after 3 months in the sidelines. Peter O'Sullivan switches to the left wing, and Alec Wootton starts on the right with John Porsche at full back. Kieran Prendergast, the fellow of those enviable shaggy locks. Andrew Brace blows his whistle. Billy Byrne swings the right foot. Good work by the Connacht forwards. Daly pops it up. Duane Vermeulen made the tackle for the men in white. Forward Tia to Monga, tries to set it up. Fitzgerald gets himself back into position. Good work, Sammy Arnold, formerly of Ulster, and then Munster offloads. In the middle of the park there by Ulster, Delahunt, the Connacht hooker. Inside to his captain, Jared Butler. Kieran Marmion has got a bit of time.
10 metres, guys, 10.
Matthew
2 metres.
Marcus Ray and Greg Jones have come out of the line out. Well won by Conor Marmion. Angus Curtis, that looked forward. Stuart McCloskey back infield, needs some help.
Hold here.
Doak is there. That was blocked down by John Porsche. Toole is still with the Ireland camp. No Marty Moore, who's concussed, but that's a better scrum. Vermeulen, Doak, McCloskey, Byrne into McIlroy, and a little bit crowded in the middle of the park there for Ulster. And the knock forward by Ethan McIlroy. The narrow side, that's nicely away. Hint of an overlap. Good work by Daly. Butler has to go into scrum half. Ulster up quickly in defence. Fitzgerald. Better momentum by Connacht. Alex Wootton, who'd come in off the left wing. Fitzgerald again, looking for Prendergast outside him. Tuimonga. Marmion. Fitzgerald. Very nearly through. Good covering tackle by Declan Moore, the new man.
And last week against the Scarlets, back to his best.
Declan Moore, pinched by Connacht.
Good hand there.
Marmion. Fitzgerald thought about the kick and changed his mind. Gave it to Daly, who's very strong. Vermeulen just drifting to the near side to cover. Needs a wee bit of help, or maybe he doesn't. He's got McIlroy outside him. Wonderful by McIlroy, lovely pass. Wonderful stuff, McIlroy for the line. Foot and touch. Ulster will have to just keep the powder dry. A bump in the head early on, but he seems to be fine again. Here's Delahunt. Well taken by big Kane Prendergast for Connacht.
Use it!
That's well set up by Andy Friend's boys.
Not for me. I didn't see it.
Marcus Ray said it was out. This is going to McIlroy. Well gathered. Lowry at pace. Oh, magnificent from Lowry. He's still going. He needs a bit of help. He's got it from Greg Jones, and Jones gets it down. Took him a wee while, but he got there in the end. But once again, it was the sheer brilliance of Michael Lowry that set it up.
Sensational, scintillating Jim. The ball out and the way he cut through that defence as well. Again, communication between himself and McIlroy. But look at the line he takes coming through here. Good tackle by John Porsche. Greg Jones does very well initially ahead of the ball, manages to get himself back, but the awareness from Lowry, Jim,
Just take your time.
Again, ball in two hands at the end here. Jones gets himself back in a position to receive.
Clear and obvious for us.
Just about edges the chalk.
It's the seventh start of the campaign. Still no sign of John Cooney returning. Doak. How does he judge that? Oh my word, what a kick! Lowry whips it away nicely. Angus Curtis tries to hand off. John Porch. Doak in quickly.
Wait.
Doak is going to have to kick this
Stop.
one.
Three.
That's for Baloucoune to chase.
Okay, good contest, and it's gone back off green hand, yeah?
And he burst out, it went back off a green clear. Doak, McCloskey, Burns did well. Oh, that's interesting. McIlroy does well. Oh, he's got away from McNulty. And he's popped it back in field, and Billy Burns comes in. Inside centre, Stuart McCloskey, a considerable presence. Moore again. And again it's Sam Carter. And again Moore at the back. And the Warwick detaches and then gets there again, and Moore goes to the line, and Moore has got it, and on his Ulster debut, Declan Moore has got his first Ulster try.
Yeah, huge smile on his face as well, Jim. You know, that's a great set piece. Sam Carter's been the go-to man in the middle of the line-out. Call it infringed by not letting the line-out jumper actually hit the ground, but look at the wedge it's formed in behind. They don't panic. Doak's just relocating players. Andrew Warwick in, going past the ball. And once that swivels round, Moore from 1 metre off the goal line, there's no way you're going to stop somebody from there. It's not even a yard, is it? It's a foot he has to go over from, but superb play by the Ulster pack in front of that to give him the platform.
Take note, Messrs. Herring Andrew. Chipped that nicely as he brought it in. Oh, he's done it again! Nathan Doak, two simply sumptuous conversions. So 2 tries, 2 conversions.
First man.
Ulster have managed to lose that, and now they've regained it, and away goes McCloskey. Needs a little bit of help. Now he's got it. No, he hasn't. He doesn't need it. McCloskey's still going. Great strength and great awareness.
Point.
12th of March is the day for the rescheduled game against Leinster in this ground.
Stay up.
Solid looking scrum by Ulster. Vermeulen, Doak, McCloskey. Thunders into Daly. Doak again. A Springbok and a Wallaby on the same Ulster team. Marcus Ray. Oliver was the man who made the tackle. Vermeulen looking for just his second Ulster try since he arrived at the start of the season. Baloucoune will have to try to get away from Wootton, and does. What a sight this is. Hip on hip. Baloucoune still good enough to make the ball available. Now it's Burns. I think that's fine touch. Well, Baloucoune, Michael Lowry says on you go. Heads toward the touchline and then heads back in field, and that's accidental offside. Ran into his own man. He's been as good a loose head as Ireland produced for a long time, but didn't quite make that breakthrough with a lot of people like Tom Court and Cian Healy around. Away to McIlroy. Big wrap-up tackle by Prendergast. Sam Carter takes on Conor Oliver. Burns, McCloskey, wide to Lowry with Baloucoune outside, and that's a good pass. Now here goes Baloucoune. My word, he's quick. He is sensationally quick. That is quite unbelievable from Robert Baloucoune. He left them behind in an extraordinary manner.
Nicely worked from Ulster, short into the defence. Wootton gets caught a little bit of no man's land, and Lowry does the simple thing. Give the big fella the ball early. Skins Sam Arnold, skins John Porch, skates his way round, getting closer under the post. Tremendous score. You just can't buy pace like that, Jim. It's the most frightening thing to try and defend against, and Baloucoune's been threatening all evening. That's the first real chance he's had, and he's buried it.
My word, he left them trailing in his wake. They didn't even get close to him. Doak, easiest of them all, makes no mistake. And what an end to what's been a very busy and highly entertaining first half. Well, I've no doubt that Conor will want to come bouncing straight back, trailing by 21 points to 5. 3 tries to 1 Ulster, needing one more for the bonus point, but we're a long way from that. Maybe brighter than those down at the sports bar in Galway.
Take him back.
Doak into a wee bit of space, and all the way back goes Fitzgerald. A couple of iffy lineouts in the first half, but not that when Doak gets it away. Burns, McCloskey, Angus, Curtis, Ethan McIlroy. Nice skip by McIlroy. Gets across his 10-metre line. Doak has a wee chance here, but Burns decides to kick. Doak calling for the ball. He's got McIlroy directly behind him, and there's McCloskey. He does that better than most. They need it quicker, and they've got it. Penalty against Connacht. Marcus Ray makes some ground for Ulster. This is better stuff. That's a better scrum for Ulster. Vermeulen leaves it for Doak. Burns has to check a little bit. That's a nicely placed kick by Burns on the near side of the front rows. Penalty against Connacht. Doak, Baloucoune, Burns, Angus, Curtis. Churning forward, and referee Andrew Brace happy enough at the minute, but he may well tell them to use it. Now they spiral around the open side. Stuart McCloskey had to come in from centre. Ulster still have it. Very close. That's how close they are. Just right on the post. Doak again. Ulster heads down, boring forward. And Connacht have won themselves a penalty.
Right there.
Burns. Angus Curtis. Very nearly got away from
Ball is out.
Tom Daly. Alan O'Connor.
No, 6! Rock is formed.
Inside to McCloskey, gets a second bite at it. Very nearly got it away to Rob Lyttle. Ulster up to the far touchline. Did that go forward? No, says the referee. Taken on by Vermeulen. Doak. There's Callum Reid going to get on that far side. Ulster's loose head. That's a good solid scrum by Callum Reid.
Use it!
Doak. McCloskey. Declan Moore changes direction, and he's made it available. Doak to change the whole point of attack. Now it's Billy Burns, Michael Lowry. Almost got through, but he's got across the 22. Now it's Doak.
Just as they get in the position to clear their lines, and unforced error gives Ulster again territory and possession.
Quick ball from the scrum. McCloskey in the outside half position. Marmion. Forbes fills it. Nicely done by Ross Kane. Billy Burns has got away. He's got Lyttle outside, and that's gone forward. Ulster still there. They've won it on the ground. There's a decent chance here. Shanahan gets it away. Kearney, lovely tip on by Angus Curtis. Michael Lowry is still going. He's held up 2 metres away. Are they going to get the bonus point of the death? And can 15-man Ulster score against 14-man Connacht into Kearney at the front? It's got back to Moore. They're losing a little bit of ground. Dave Shanahan is asking for the ball, and he's got it. Crossfield kick. Baloucoune is going to get the bonus point for Ulster. Gentle little dot down. He won't score too many as easy as that, but will he score any more significant than that one? So right at the very end, with 3.5 minutes of time added on played.
Billy Burns just popped himself in the pocket. That was completely pre-scripted, predicted, and all Baloucoune had to do was make sure the comfortable take, 5 metres to run, dots it down, and doesn't have to work any harder than that.
And he struck that nicely, and what a wonderful conversion that's going to be. Oh, it's just dropped short. Just dropped short. He needed a wee bit more, but pounds per square inch on it. But it's not going to matter at all. Ulster have got a fair element of revenge for what happened in the Aviva Stadium.